All right, y'all. Today I'm going to talk about a couple things. I wanted to talk about, there's a bunch of different ways to put cover in lakes. You can put PVC condos is what we call them, like this, just fake trees, or of course natural brush. Whether it be willows, hardwood, things like that. There's so many different ways to do it, but I was wanting to talk about what I prefer and what I think holds fish better. If you're going to do it, and if you're gonna do it, which is the better option? And that's what we're gonna talk about today. It's coming in. PVC shows up interesting, and so you can see right there, this one's got quite a bit of fish on it. So let's drop over here and see if we can see what kind of size we're looking at on this condo right here. All right, y'all, so before we get started, I wanted to kind of go over some stuff with y'all. So I'm guiding you guys if you're interested in a trip. That helps me out. I'm full-time, lake breakdowns as well for this lake, which kind of goes over the areas that I'm fishing, which hold fish all summer long, and that's available as well. $100. I send you a private link and you get all that information. I include 2 waypoints as well, of natural locations that hold crappie. And if you're interested in a guide trip, I'm booked out a little bit. Weekdays are better. I have a weekday special going on, $50 off. So definitely reach out if you're interested. I have my information for both of those down below. So I just wanted to say that. Thanks again. So let's get to catching these fish now. All right, and so this is a pretty deep condo right here. I'll be honest, I have not fished this in a long time. I usually don't fish this one, but it can hold some nice fish. That did not take long right there. Nice fish on a PVC condo right there. And I know I have a buddy who put a lot of this stuff in. Unfortunately, he passed away last year, but he told me he put all this stuff in, how he did it, and it's really cool, honestly. And he would also come in here when this lake would come up and down. He would go in there. He's a certified diver, and he would move them out and shallower and deeper depending on if the lake was high or low. Got that one too. That feels like a good one too. Oh yeah. What a nice fish. 2 good ones on the condo. Let's see now. I think we're where we want to be now. Yep, there we go. We're just dropping right down into that PVC. Another good one. Oh, he came off. That's all right. I wasn't keeping him anyway. Why does this boat keep wanting to go so far back or so far over this? And it's funny, sometimes I think this one's a little too deep, but some of these PVC, you can feel that or hear that that jig click that PVC. It's pretty cool. Definitely needs to be calm. I don't know if I dropped on that one good. Should have got bit there, but this boat is just moving all over the place. Okay. Yeah, that's all it's gonna bite. So that's a PVC condo. Now we're gonna go look at some brush, some natural brush, and I'll show you what that looks like, and then I'll give my opinion on both. All right, so I'm kind of a little weird angled on this, but we'll work with it. Yeah, I'm going right on top of it. There's some big cats swimming through here, so this could be cat territory. That's one thing, you guys, if you have to get lined up on these spots right, or just not going to present this bait right. It's just constant game of readjusting and trying to compensate for what the boat's doing, and when you get all that done, you can catch some nice fish. I saw one dart out there, but I got him. That's a big old crappie too. Look at that one. Oof, man. I don't know if I should boat flip that one. Wow. Hog fish right there now. Natural brush. Not sure what's all this. A lot of them have been having those sores like that. I think it's just from spawning. But whew, that fish is, I mean, I don't know if y'all could see that, but that fish is 1.5 inches wide right there. That is a hog of a fish right there. We'll let her go real nice. Back down there. Go, you're free. Man, she darted back down there. Show y'all how many fish are on this right here. Natural brush, Christmas trees, and then some regular brush thrown in there. All right, so we're going to fish here. This is this right here is a bunch of Christmas trees, and looks like it's got some fish on them. So get over here and see if they want to bite. We'll see if they want to bite. Let's see. Getting close to some right there. Yep, got him. Little black crappie on that Christmas tree. Little black crappie. It was pretty much an instant deal there, which it usually is when you get lined up on them right. Another one. Little guy. I had to move from that last brush pile because there was some guys going through there playing music on a wake boat, so didn't want to have to move. But so this is a little shallower, and so that could explain why there's some little ones. A cat or something over here, it looks like, swimming around. Got that one. That's a good one. Nice one. It's a keeper. Another one was with a sore on it, but thanks, man. So funny, you guys. It's so hot, my grab's not working. I don't know what happened, but it won't come on no more. I'm guessing it just got overheated. Isn't that funny? All right, y'all, that's gonna wrap it up. It is a scorcher out here today. But that's a little bit of fishing both brush piles and condos, PVC pipes, stuff like that, fake trees pretty much. You know, you can see they both hold fish good, both catch good fish off of each. But in my opinion, I prefer brush. Those condos and PVC tend to be kind of more hit or miss for me. Sometimes they're on them good, sometimes they're not. There's not a lot of in between on those, and those brush piles, natural ones, will tend to hold more fish, you know, on more days over a given time, you know, over more time, I guess I should say. So in my opinion, I prefer those natural brush piles. They're a little harder to fish, but if I was gonna sink some stuff, I would sink natural brush piles myself. And again, that's, you know, whether that be willow, hardwood, or even bamboo if you can get it. Those are my favorites. My favorites are actually bamboo and willow. So, but yeah, lots of good fish caught today. I hope y'all enjoyed. It's something a little different. I wanted to kind of, you know, show those two apart. Those condos can be kind of hard to find. They don't reflect quite like natural brush, and so sometimes they're a little tricky to see, but they're out there. You just gotta get out there and look. And yeah, it is hot. But hope y'all enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe if y'all haven't. Hit that thumbs up if y'all can, and that notification bell. That way every time I post, you guys get notified. And we're about to go to the house, getting some AC. I got trips out here this weekend, so I was just out here kind of looking around. But yeah, great day. Thanks again. Comment down below if you have any questions, and we'll catch you in the next one. Y'all take it easy. Morning everyone. It is another scorcher of a day today. Just getting out here, just launched the boat. Today we're at Lake Lewisville. If you're on Lewisville, in my opinion, West Lake Park right here is the best ramp on the lake, in my opinion. A lot of people go to Little Elm. It's 10 bucks a launch, which is pretty high for me, I think. And this one's free, and there's literally 3 trailers in the parking lot. That's it. It's never crowded, easy to get in and out. You don't have to worry about people, you know, crowds or people fishing off the dock, that kind of thing. So definitely recommend that ramp if you're on Lewisville. But I got a treat for y'all today. We are gonna make a long run, hopefully if the wind allows it. And we're gonna do a little experiment today. I'm gonna kind of a little scent experiment, and we're gonna do that. I'm gonna explain that a little more once we get over to the spot. But I'm gonna kind of get things ready to go, eat my breakfast, and then we'll start heading out. So let's go. All right, you guys, so I wanted to do a little experiment. I think I might have finally found some fish. Like I said, I haven't been out here in a couple weeks or longer, so I'm trying to figure these fish out, what depth they're at right now, and so I might have found some. But I want to do an experiment today. I know a lot of people really believe in scents for crappie, whether it's sprays, nibbles. They have little fireballs. There's so many out there on the market today. But I wanted to show you I'm not so sure I believe in scent. I don't think crappie really are scent oriented. So what I'm gonna do is just some sunscreen right here. This little jig right here. I don't know how good y'all can see it, just a little bitty jig. I'm gonna rub this sunscreen all over this jig. Like, look at that. I don't know how good the camera's gonna pick that up, but I covered that jig in sunscreen, and I'm gonna put the rest right here because I need it. So I'm gonna drop this jig down with this sunscreen all over it and show you guys that it'll catch fish, which is crazy to think, but I've always had this opinion as far as the scent goes. So let's see. Let's drop down. All right, you guys, I think I've been fishing too shallow, so I'm kind of going out a little deeper. Got a piece of submerged timber. Well, this part's sticking out, but the rest of the tree is underwater. And so I'm gonna fish this. It's a little deeper, about 4 or 5 foot deeper than what I've been fishing. I'm definitely missing something, part of the puzzle, but let's see. Just gonna do again, just put sunscreen all over this jig. Just like that, sunscreen all over this jig. But I think if I can find some fish, that would help a lot. Having trouble finding these guys. Like this right here, there's definitely some fish down in the center of this. I just don't know how big they are. but we're gonna find out pretty quick, I think. So I'm gonna kind of start a little shallow and go from there. And perch. God, y'all, there are so many bluegill in this lake, it's not even funny. Pull my jig down like that and everything. I'm gonna go down in the tree. I think maybe that'll help me with these perch. Oh, they're hitting it on the way down. I don't know what they are, but they're hitting it. Pulled it down again. Golly, you guys. It's getting annoying. This tree usually holds them pretty good. There's one. Nice one too. Well, he might keep. Sunscreen soak jigs, you guys. I have not even, I'm not gonna cut the camera or nothing because I want you to see, like, there's nothing like trickery going on right here. Sunscreen. Pretty crazy, huh? I think he might keep. I'm actually gonna keep some for my in-laws, so let me see. I need to keep, I think 10 they wanted. Oh, that one's close. That one's short, but pretty black crappie. So what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna re-dip it in sunscreen every time I catch a fish. That way, y'all don't think like, oh, it's you know, coming off in the water or whatever. But this stuff's strong right here. This is some strong stuff. Again, just soaking it in that sunscreen. Hopefully y'all can see everything all right. I'm gonna just drop right back down in there. I was just getting ready to say this tree usually holds them pretty decently, so I know there's some crappie on it somewhere. There's another one. That might be a bluegill or a sandy or something. Yeah, that's another sandy. God dang it. I'm telling you, I don't understand why on Lewisville these sand bass get right in everything that the crappie are in. I mean, every time. Like on a tree. I've noticed that over the years, they do that a lot. Again, I'm just gonna soak it right in there. Got that, whatever that is. Another sandy or something. Oh, big blue. Huh. My in-laws would like that. You tell me right now too, that's another. I mean, catfish are very scent oriented. And this fish thought this jig soaked in sunscreen was something to eat. So it just makes you wonder, at least me, I don't think scent is as important, especially for crappie. I think it's just overhyped, honestly. I don't know how we're gonna get this guy in, but we're gonna try. Okay, here we go. Good blue. Well, he was not coming off either, I tell you. God, his teeth are sharp. Am I in? Yeah, that's a blue. Alright. Catfish tore my jig up, so I put a new one on. I put a little smaller profile. I feel like that small profile is going to really make a difference. So, just put sunscreen all over it. just like that. And we're gonna drop down in here. There's some crappie down here. I see them, but they're just kind of tricky to get on them. Get through all the bluegill and catfish and all that kind of stuff. Let's see, maybe that current is getting it. There's one. Little one, but and there he goes. Little guy. That might be what's a lot of that down there that I'm seeing. Little bitty crappie. Kind of where I caught that little one at just a second ago. Yep. Another sunscreen fish. Little guy. Little black crappie. If I can. Yep, there's another one. Oh, that one got me hung up in the tree. There he came. Nice one. Nice one right there, you guys. Sunscreen fish. Maybe that little smaller profile is going to make a difference. It's a keeper black right there. Go ahead and throw him in here too. That fish hit it on the pitch too, which is something to take note of. And I might make this video a little longer just because I don't want you guys to think I'm cutting anything out. More sunscreen on that jig. I think that's what I'm thinking. I need to get to where I'm horizontal on these fish, or vertical. I mean, that current's really pushing my jig all the way around. I think it'd be better if I could get to where I'm sitting straight up and down on them. There looks like some. There's another one. That's a good fish right there. Oh, I thought he was way bigger than that. Another sunscreen fish. He's short. Maybe there's a little concentration of them over here. So again, I'm gonna put some sunscreen on here. Kind of, ooh, that wasn't good. Kind of running out. Try and save that little bit. Just cover this jig in that sunscreen. And I'm gonna try. It looked like there was some fish right over here too. Let's see, they're right on the bottom too. So I'm gonna see if I can get down there to them. If this current will let me. I'm using a really light jig head too, which I'd prefer a little heavier, but I don't have the right size hooks on those heavier ones that I need, so. Straight here if I can. Some serious current coming down through here. Ooh, line went slack. That's why I use that high vis line. Just watch that line as it goes down. Might be all she wrote on this one. Nope. Had to talk about him a little bit. It's a good fish. Oh yeah, it's a nice black crappie right there. End this video on, you guys. Sunscreen crappie. There we go, it's a good fish. Nice fish. Put this guy in here, and just two. Ooh, he's mad. Almost came out of my hand. Nice fish. All right, y'all, so I don't want to make this video too long. I know, because it's going to be a little longer, because I'm going to like leave it longer clips in there, because I don't want y'all to think I'm trying to trick you guys or anything when it comes to this. So I make it a little short. I think caught 4 or 5 fish, 6 fish, I'm not sure, but sunscreen on some jigs, you guys. So if that doesn't make you wonder, I mean, I know some others have done that too with like the spray, but I don't know, you guys. If a crappie is scent oriented, why on earth did these ones just bite that? You know, I know there is nothing natural at all about this sunscreen. So yeah, maybe scent's not as important as most think it is, and that's how I've always thought. I've always felt crappie are sight oriented fish. They feed by sight. They have big eyes, they look for food, and if it looks right to them, they'll eat it. Not so much as go up and smell it and all that. I mean, I think it just has to be the right profile, and whether that's, you know, small, lengthwise, or body shape, or creature bait, that type of thing, you get that dialed in. Don't worry about nibbles. I think they're overrated. I actually don't even have any in my boat. I don't have any. I have some little fake corn that I use when I'm perch fishing every now and then, but I don't use those ever. Don't use any kind of spray scents or nothing like that. These jigs they're unscented. There's no smell. Smell like plastic. And yeah, next time you're out there, make sure my rod's not getting taken in the water. Next time you're out there, don't be so caught up on the minnows, the nibbles, scent, you know, spraying your jig, all that stuff. It's more of a confidence thing. It's not really needed. And with how things are expensive wise now, you know, that's just one less thing you got to buy. So hope y'all enjoy. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you have any questions. What do you guys think? You know, would you agree, based on this experiment, that scent's not as important as many think it is? We just caught fish on sunscreen soaked jigs. So y'all comment down below, let me know what y'all think. Subscribe if you haven't, hit that notification bell. Leave us a thumbs up as well if you enjoy. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the support, and we'll catch you in the next one. Y'all take it easy. Morning, you guys. It's been a little while since I put anything out. Just been busy with guiding and all that. I actually ended up having to take a little step back from the guiding. Just things going on at home. Nothing serious. Just, you know, my time is just real constraint right now, and between that and my job being a little more stressful than usual, I'm just having to take a little step back. But so I wanted to get out here today and kind of do a little bit of fishing for y'all. Today's high is 103 degrees. It is summertime in Texas already. A little early this year. Usually it's more like July, but here it is, you know, mid-August, mid-June, and it's already 100-something degrees plus. And so I wanted to kind of go over what I do to catch these fish when it gets this hot. When it gets this hot, these fish start getting lethargic, and I'm going to show you how I catch them. So let's start. First thing I do to catch these lethargic crappie in the summer is this right here, minnows. I have a little bubbler on here. It's connected to a battery I have right here in the middle section right there. And not popular, but I've been fishing long enough that I just don't want to, like I said, my time's so constrained. I don't want to sit here and beg these fish to bite. I'm just going to drop a minnow on them and catch them. So I'm not too ashamed to do that. So I'm into catching fish. So I got a couple dozen in here. Minnow shop was running a little low, so whatever we have here is what we're going to use, and probably take it to the house. All right, you guys, this has been a problem all summer long. Look at how much bait is all over this brush pile right here. It's actually not as bad. You see it right here? This lake's just chock full of shad, and that's part of why these fish are so finicky too. Water temp's 81 degrees. It's come up quite a bit. I've been out here every week for the most part, and we're gonna drop on these fish and see if we can get them to bite this morning. I I made a couple changes up front. You'll notice I no longer have that cooler up here. With running trips, and then I'm gonna don't plan on taking the kayak anytime soon. I thought it would be better for me to make this permanent up here. This is kind of makeshift. It's not the best. It still needs some work. I'm gonna work on that this week probably, but as you can see, you know, it just has it on this pole still with the ram mount. But so far, I'm gonna actually back off of this just a hair. So far, I really like this setup. And this is just for the summertime when I'm gonna be in the boat every single time. I'm not gonna mess with the kayak just because it's just not productive. As productive, I should say. So the boat's kind of over the front of this. I'm gonna let it drift back and drift back a little bit, and we can drop on it a little better, hopefully. All right. But, and another key to catching these summertime crappie is one, this high vis line right here. It really helps you see those light bites. Not every fish that I'm catching I'm seeing on LiveScope. Even if I am, you're not going to feel a lot of them just because the bite's so soft. But where did this go? Okay, it's right here. So that, and then a sensitive rod. Like I said, these bites are pretty light. You want to have every advantage you can, so to speak. Ooh, one hit it. Like I said, they're pretty finicky, and so it's been a lot of little fish kind of mixed in too, so you can already tell these fish are going to be finicky today, which they usually are. Got that one though. Oh, it's a bass. Catch a lot of bass on this spot for some reason. Oh, that's not how I wanted to start. Green carp. There's lots of those in this lake. Settle down. God, these things are so annoying. Open your mouth. Little green carp. Oh, I hope that's not what's down there. Because if it is, we are leaving really quick. I don't think so though. These fish, I can already tell, don't want to bite at all. There are some nice fish down there though. Looks like it. Got him. Doesn't feel too bad. Oh, that's a keeper. There we go. Not a bad first keeper. I'm keeping some for my in-laws today. That one's legal. Not a bad little crappie. We haven't been catching any real monsters out here, but you know, just lots of eaters. I'm gonna put this guy in here real quick. So it's to that point, you guys, where I just put them straight on ice. No need to mess around, it's too hot. Drop right down on that pile. They're down in it a little bit, it seems like. Another good one. Oh yeah, there's some nice ones on this thing. Ooh, come here. No, 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 no. Stop, 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 stop. Another nice fish. 19 foot deep. These guys right here just saw me catch this fish. They are very interested. Probably think I'm catching white bass. That's another nice one. There we go. Awesome, you guys. You can tell there's some nice fish down there. A decent fish. Not bad. Throw him in here too. Okay, got that one. Golly, that one came off. See, they're just not getting it. They're just not really wanting it this morning. Drop it right down in the center of that pile. Yep, that's what they seem to want today. Little guy. Been kind of spoiled so far. I'll try and get this minnow if I can. Can I get it? He's swimming right to me. Alright. Oh, that one. Oh, that one had it. That one had it. Those probably aren't crappie the way they're chasing that up like that. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's a sandy. Ooh. Or a bass. Sandy. Could tell the way those were chasing them up like that. Catching a lot of these guys mixed in everywhere I go this year. Little white bass. We're gonna go look around a little bit. Check this out, you guys. Just caught this crappie on this spoon. Huh. And it's a keeper too, I think. Isn't that something? Nope, it's a keeper. I thought I saw some white bass right here, but I guess they're crappie too. All right, you guys, we're at a different spot. It's a little later in the day now. I'm on my last few minnows, but I hook my minnows just like this through the lips. Looks like there's a few fish right here. Got some people behind us anchored up, hanging out, so if you hear some noise, I'm gonna see. Yep, did not take long. Decent fish too. Be great if I can get my minnow back. I think I got one more after this one. We're gonna kind of let them tire out a little bit. See if he won't go crazy when I fling them in. They usually do though. Oh, he's not a keeper actually. He looked bigger coming out of the water. Not a bad little fish. I've already got my quota for my in-laws. He'd probably keep though, but I'll let him go. Let him go. Rehook this guy just a little better if I can. There we go. That did not take long. All right, so I got a little jig on here. I don't know. Really don't know what to expect on this, but we're gonna try it anyway. One jumped on there, look at that. It's a decent one too. Oh yeah, it's a nice one. Oh, I hate when they do that. Hit me right in my pinky. Decent fish on a jig. I can still catch some fish on jigs right now, but I usually just don't mess with it. Usually you catch a couple per pile. And that's usually all she writes, but and what that did, that was a reaction bite too. That's a nice fish right there too. Oh yeah. It's a nice fish. So what happened on that one's another decent keeper. What happened on that one is I got that one's reaction, and then I started pulling that jig away from that fish. So that fish reacted. It was thinking it was going to get away, and it couldn't resist it. And that's a lot of times how I get these fish to bite, even with a minnow. You just pull it away from them. They have to make kind of a split-second decision, and a lot of times they're going to bite it. If you're going to jig this time of year, when it's hot, you know, 103, 100 degree plus, go to a smaller profile bait. You see, this is probably like 1.25 inches long total. I got it on a 16th ounce jig head, but just something real small like this. So these shad, when they spawn, I mean, they're going to be really, really small. And so you want to kind of downsize that. They're not really chasing something like this for the most part. They want something kind of small. So this is a good tip if you're really into wanting to try and jig fish. And this time of year, it's downsizing, you know, little hair jigs. And, you know, Camo Joe makes some good hair jigs that I use too. Anything small profile like that will get bit really, really good compared to something, you know, big. Well, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed. You know, I hadn't been out very much. Wanted to kind of give just a few tips on how I catch these fish when it gets really, really hot, 100 degree plus. You know, today it's going to be 103, and fish are biting. You just have to adapt to them. That's really it. You know, with minnows, downsizing your jig if you're going to jig. Use sensitive rod, high vis line for those light bites on those minnows, and sometimes the jigs too. And yeah, fish 15, 25 foot. So hope y'all enjoyed those tips. Be sure to, if you can, you know, hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. There's actually now super thanks on the channel as well. I don't think I put any videos out since that got approved or whatever. But yeah, if you want to do that, that helps me out too. Subscribe if you haven't, hit that notification bell. I'm going to try and put more summertime videos out. I know a lot of people don't like them, just they don't have boats or something like that, but you know, I enjoy fishing no matter what, so I hope y'all do too. Thanks again. We'll catch the next one. Y'all take it easy. Good morning, everyone. We're out here on a hot, humid summer day. I'm at a lake that part of a lake I've never been to. We're at Richland Chambers Lake today. And we're gonna go fish all this timber. I don't know if you can see it that good. There's a bunch of timber over here. We're gonna have super high winds, 15, 25, gusts maybe higher, but we should be nice and protected over here. And we're gonna scope all these trees with LiveScope. I'm gonna learn and see, you know, see what it's all about and learn. And then I wanna take y'all along with me as I learn, and we might fish this bridge right here too, maybe, but so let's get out there, let's get going. All right, we got out here finally. It's really windy. I thought this area was gonna be more protected than it is, and it's not, so we're gonna have to just make do. But I'm pulled up on this tree right here. I'm trying to learn this, so it's gonna definitely take some learning, but you can see there's a tree right here and it looks like it's got a few fish on it, so we're gonna drop down and see if those are indeed fish. So let's see. So I got a minnow today just because I know it's just gonna be a little easier, especially with these fish being summer pattern. They'll probably be a little more finicky. Let's see. All right, y'all. Bunch of difficulties. This area is not protected like I thought it would be at all. So we're gonna hang here for a little bit. I'm already tied up, fish this tree a little bit. Hopefully we can catch a few, and we're gonna go hide from it. I just can't hang out here at all. So let's see, maybe we get lucky and catch a few on here before we get blown off. Let's see anything. You know what, we're gonna go. It's getting bad, we're going. It is getting too bad for me. Well, that got bad in a hurry. We are getting out of here. All right, y'all, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I'm having a rough day. It's so windy. I got so much water in my kayak. Can't even tie up to this bridge right here. Had to beach the kayak and get all the water out. Oh, it's just one of those days, I guess, but I'm just gonna try and salvage the day at this point. It's too windy to fish the timber like I wanted to. I'm just gonna have to hunker down on this bridge and hopefully catch something and maybe go around the corner and see what we can find, but it's not looking real good at this point, but wanted to kind of give an update. That's pretty cool, look at that. So this right here is this column. There's fish all around it. I don't know what kind of fish they are, but we're gonna find out. See if they want a minnow. It's even getting too rough to fish right here. Right, I really need to use that other rod. See if I can see my... Got him. That's a crappie, I think. Oh yeah. Oh, that just got the camera soaking wet. Hopefully y'all saw that. That's try and clean this. No, that got everything wet. That's the first LiveScope crappie right there. Nice fish too. We're not keeping any today. So I can kind of tell those bigger marks are the crappie, and these smaller marks are probably these yellow bass. I don't know how well y'all can see what's on the screen, but I guess I'll see when I get back how good it turns out or not. Crappie are a little deeper too. Oh, got another one. Yeah, not a bad fish. At this point, I'll take any fish I can get. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. I'm not even seeing these fish actually come and get this. I'm just putting it around them, and then when I feel a bite, it's real hard to, with this wind and stuff, it's hard to figure that out, or see that on here too, but good fish right there. Got him. Black crappie, that one I saw come up and grab it. That one I actually saw and come up and grab it. It's funny, I was just thinking I hadn't caught a black crappie. Sorry y'all, I wish this wasn't the first LiveScope video I'm putting out, but I mean, y'all can see the wind is just ridiculous. Alright y'all, we're at a piece of timber that's somewhat protected. It's still super windy. Hope it's not too bad, but I mean, there's just nothing I can do. I'm gonna try and fish this. I don't really know, to be honest. There's something on it. Still learning, trying to figure out what it all looks like. So we'll find out together. There's some fish. It looks like some crappie that are way down there. That's what it looks like to me. Bait right there. Something. He's on there, but he got me hung up. There he goes. Nice crappie. Okay, so those are crappie down there. Awesome. Crappie. I think that's a yellow bass. No, it's a crappie. Black crappie. Black crappie, keeper black crappie. Grab it. It's pretty cool though, it really is. Saw that one, grab it. Oh, that's a nice fish. Big black crappie. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful fish. Better fish here. Oh yeah. Look at that one. Nice one. Nice fish. Nice fish. I noticed a lot of these have like stuff going on with their tail. I'm not sure what that's about, but pretty crappie. Alright, y'all. Doing the outro in the truck. Already headed home. Got the kayak in the back. It was just too hot out there. It was too hot doing outro out there. It was rough getting the kayak out. But we got it out. Heading home now. Just one of those days where I just had to kind of take my losses, you know. It was just too windy. It really was. I think I did pretty good considering the conditions. There was fish on that timber out there deep. I just couldn't hang out there. I mean, even in a boat, you wouldn't be able to hang out there. So really nothing I could have done, but still got out there and, you know, saw that there were fish out there. That bridge had a pretty good amount of fish. That first set of pillars was the only place I could fish comfortably, without, you know, worrying about taking on too much water or anything like that. So, but yeah, so I think it was off camera. Off camera, I caught a fish. There was something behind the, something on the back side of the pillar. I'm not real sure what it was, but it had crappie on it, and I dropped back and caught that fish that was on that. That fish was a fish I would have never caught without LiveScope. So that one fish alone is telling me like the possibilities with this LiveScope. That one pillar, yeah, I probably would have stopped there and caught some fish without it, but it allowed me to fish efficiently. Drop that jig, or drop the minnow in this case, right on their head and catch them. And I could see there was enough fish there to stay put. So yeah, this LiveScope's gonna change a lot of stuff, y'all. I mean, it's just, there's nothing like you know, being able to see the crappie live and see what they're actually doing. And one thing I got to work on is it's hard, the anticipation when you first get one. The anticipation is kind of, you know, you see the fish coming and it's by your lure or your jig or your minnow or whatever, and you get bumped and you just want to set the hook, and you got to kind of wait and let them have it a little bit before you do. And I'll work on that, but yeah, I definitely, you know, love it so far. Can't wait to really get out there on a good wind day and really be able to put this thing to use. So hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to, you know, like if you enjoyed this, comment if you have any questions, subscribe if you haven't, hit that notification bell, that way you get notified every time I post a video. And we go live every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, talk about crappie. So we'll see y'all there. Y'all take it easy. Any of those on this lake? Yep, right there. One jumped on it. These right here are just crappie cannot resist them. And so I got it paired with, all right, you guys. I'm sure y'all can hear the cicadas in the background. It is really, really hot here in Texas right now. It's supposed to be 100 and something today. Excessive heat warnings. Heat index supposed to be up around 120. It's really, really hot. But I wanted to get out here and talk about some jigs that I use that just flat out put fish in the boat for me all summer long. And these jigs make fish bite, in my opinion. And the reason that is they match the hatch that's going on right now. So in the spring, all the shad spawn, and all the little baby shad, after so long, there's millions of shad about that long. And so what I do is I try to match that. Just jigs just like that. And so a couple of these jigs that I use are these right here, Bobby Garland, Panfish Assassin. But the key with both of these baits is they are very, very small. So I'm gonna kind of show you each one. This is the Panfish Assassin. You can see how small this jig body is, 1.5 inches long. Looks just like a little baby shad. That's really what it looks like. And then here, this Bobby Garland, also looks like a baby shad. I mean, look at that, looks like a little micro shad. And these right here, so key. So I'll have these on guide trips. On certain trips I will use jigs, and I actually have some that are tied onto this rod right here from the last trip. But if I'm gonna jig in the summertime, I'm gonna have these two jigs with me and on, most likely. If not in this color, I'll have some other colors. I mean, I'm not real big on color, I'm really not. I'm more concerned with that profile. And here's the key to the whole deal right here. These custom 16th ounce jig heads right here. I got these with a smaller hook. I believe these are a number 8 hook. Really small. But the reason I did that, and I'm going to show you why I did that. If you rig one of these little baby shads up, you know that these jig bodies are real small, and so in my opinion, I really think that small hook like this makes a big difference. And then the same on this one, like, you know, it looks natural. It doesn't look like it doesn't fit. And I have some jig heads right here that are normal size. Let's see if I can get one real quick. And I'm gonna rig this same little jig body up on here, this Bobby Garland. It's a itty bitty swimmer. There's the Bobby Garland, and then just the Panfish Assassin, the tiny shad. But you see, I didn't really do that good of a rigging job on that one, but there we go. You get the point. See this jig head? how that doesn't look as natural as this one. That bigger hook on that bottom one, it doesn't go with it. So obviously the bigger the bait or the smaller the bait, you know, you got to go up and down in that size of hook. So that's why those little bitty jig heads like that with those little hooks on them make all the difference in the world for me. And you got to think too, when these fish are finicky and you know, just pecking at that bait, not getting it, you know, what hook do you want? Do you want them to have a big giant hook where they have to get more of it in their mouth and commit more? Or you can use this one right here with that smaller hook on there, and you will have, they can mess up a little easier. What I mean by that is they can come up and just kind of nip it, peck at it, just like, you know, peck, whatever. They're more likely to get that hook because it's smaller. They can slip up and get it in their mouth a little easier than they can with that big hook. So yeah, just wanted to go over that. I mean, I catch a lot of fish with these, some good fish too, and there's been several occasions where I'll even have minnows, and these jigs outproduce those minnows, and for one reason. The minnows I get are about this long. This is half the size of that, so just goes to show that profile is so important, so critical. So next time you're out buying some jigs and you see some of these, definitely pick them up. I mean, I'm gonna throw the clips in here as well of me catching fish with both of these, so you see that I'm not, you know, messing around. I'm not playing, that these do produce fish for me all summer long and make inactive fish bite. So thanks again for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'll definitely get to them. Subscribe if you haven't, you guys. I'm really trying to grow the channel. Check out my social media pages as well. They're all linked down below. My Facebook page, my Instagram page. I'm trying to grow those channels as well. And yeah, still running guide trips. If you're interested, that information will be linked down below. And lake breakdowns, you know, for $100, I'll send you a private video of me going over the whole lake for Lake Lavon, Ray Roberts, Lewisville, and Joe Poole. And I highlight where brush piles are located, where productive trees are at, and I include a couple of coordinates to natural locations that are holding crappie right now and will continue to do so all summer long. So those are just some avenues that I'm trying to put out there for you guys to support me. I'm not going to ask you just to send me money because I'm full-time. I want to give you something in return, so I'd appreciate it if y'all could help get the word out. And, you know, if you're interested in purchasing something like that, or a guide trip, or channel membership as well, anything like that goes a long way, and really appreciate it. So yeah, check those out next time you're in the store. Tie them on, get you some custom jig heads. These are from Limits Tackle. Not affiliated in any way with them, but Steve makes some really good jig heads. And yeah, thanks so much. We'll catch you in the next one. Y'all take it easy and stay hydrated out there. Stay cool. See ya.